You got it going on. Yeah, you got it going on.
What's up, Urban Mafia? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shae Shakur, the only urban goddess on this YouTube platform. Y'all notice I keep doing this. Alright, y'all, so as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a little story time that I promised you guys like 3 months ago. I know, I'm sorry. Okay, y'all, so off rip, I don't know if this happened my junior year or my senior year. All I know is it was around the time BET, the 2016 BET Awards was going on. So I graduated the year of 2016, so I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it was my senior year. All right, y'all, so this story is about the boy that I made plenty of story times about before. It's gonna be up on the screen. I believe I named him CJ, so we're gonna call him CJ. So me and CJ, if you guys remember, me and him was on and off. He was cheating on me and, you know, things like that in that nature. So me and CJ, we didn't go to the same school. And honestly, y'all, I always told myself I would never date a boy that I didn't go to the same school with. But that nigga CJ, he had some charm. He had some charm and he had me like that. Like, he had me wrapped around his finger. So because me and CJ went to a different school, we only seen each other like on Fridays or on the weekends. And every time I go to his football games or some of his basketball games. And that would pretty much be it. So basically, me and CJ, we were just tired of sneaking around to see each other. We couldn't do what we really wanted to do. And if you trying to figure out what we really wanted to do, then you're young. If you know what we were trying to do, then you know what I'm talking about. I ain't even gotta say it. So CJ, his mom is a teacher. So she was going away for a teacher conference or a meeting or something like that. And he texted me, he was like, yo, my mom, she's leaving. Do you want to come over? Baby, is that even a question? Yes, I want to come over. So me and my boyfriend, we just started making our plans of what we was going to do. We were super excited. Like, at that age, I believe it was like 17 or 18. At that age, like, hormones is pumping. Having a house to yourself for the weekend, that is great. With your spouse, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, who's going to pass that up? Who? So I told him, boom, this time I lay this out. I'm going to tell my mom I'm going over to my friend's house because she's having a birthday slumber party, and I'm gonna tell her, hey, I'm going over to her house. Can I stay the night? She gonna say yeah, because obviously I only have one friend and I never leave the house. So anytime I tell her I want to leave the house, she'll let me go. So I'm gonna tell her, boom, that's what I want to do, and then you could come scoop me. But his mom, she was taking the car, so the only way he'll be able to get me is if he have his friend to come pick us up, to come pick me up, which was cool. I didn't care as long as I made it to his house. I didn't care. So we had the plan set. Everything was just set and solid. It was good. So I told my stepbrother the plan. My stepbrother so happens to be CJ's best friend. So I told my stepbrother Zay the plan, and he was like, yo, like, are you sure this is going to go through? Your plan is a little too perfect. Me, duh, that's why it's perfect, because it's solid. Nothing is going to happen. Like, it's gonna work. And he was like, okay. I just have to let him know our alibi, just because I know he'll come through. Like, we're close. I'm friends with your girlfriend. You're friends with my boyfriend, and you're my stepbrother. It's just going to work. He was going to be my alibi, you know, just in case something was to happen. So I ended up asking my mom if I can go over to my friend's house, which is a lie. Y'all, I feel so terrible because I can't lie to my mom right now. Like, I can't. Like, I always tell my mom the truth now, but back then, honey, I wanted to be with my boyfriend. I wanted to be with CJ, and I wanted to be grown. I was 18, I was legal, so I wanted to do grown people things, and that's what I did. So I lied to my mom. She said yeah, which I knew she was going to say yeah, and she was like, yeah, you can go. I was motherfucking happy. Motherfucking happy. I told my boyfriend it's on, it's solid. I'm gonna go ahead and pack my spend the night bed, and it's it. That's it. So the night is finally here. He said, yo, I'm gonna text you once we make it outside, and once I text you, you can just come on out. It's going to be the car with the beam lights on. I said, cool. He texts me, I'm here. Night, mom. See you on Sunday. Hopped in the car. Later, big old wet juicy kissing my boyfriend, and I was like, hey, told you it was gonna work. Bruh, I was having the time of my life. So once we got to his house, we got settled. I done put my bags up, and I was like, okay, well, we finna take a shower. So me and him, we took a shower. So we took a shower, and we were just gonna go out to the front room, and we was gonna chill, watch movies or whatever. I ended up telling him I was hungry. His older sister, she sent him some money. So he was like, okay, well, I have some money and I could just get us some Domino's. And I was like, cool. So he ordered us some Domino's, and we went out to his back porch. Now, at that time, I wasn't smoking, but he was smoking. So, you know, of course, the boyfriend gonna want his girlfriend to smoke with him. He asked me, but I didn't hit. So even though I told him I was gonna smoke in the text messages, but I ended up not smoking. I just punked out. It wasn't for me at the time. So we just in the front room, we chilling, we watching the movies, and after the movie, went to his room, and you know, had that red light special going on. So the next day was here. I woke up feeling good, looked over to my left, and I seen my boyfriend right beside me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm grown as shit. This is how it feels to be grown. That was legit the thought that went through my mind. I was like, bruh, like, I can't wait for this. I can't wait to have my own apartment. I can't wait to wake up beside him every morning. So later on the day, it was the afternoon, my older stepbrother D, he had came over to smoke with my boyfriend. So D was like, hey, do Pops know you're here? And I told him, I said, nah, Pops don't know that I'm here. And he said, well, do you want me to take you home? Because after I get finished smoking, I'm heading towards that way. And I was like, Now, let me tell y'all something. If you feel something in your gut, believe in it. Trust it. Don't second guess yourself. Something told me, let me go ahead and go with my bruh. You know, it was Friday night once I came over to my boyfriend's house. It's Saturday now. I'm like, let me just go ahead and go home. Because again, y'all, if y'all don't remember, CJ, he didn't have a car. So the only way for me to go home is if CJ was to call his homeboy. So it was like, I couldn't even rely on CJ. I had to rely on CJ's friend, which isn't promised. So D was like, do you want me to take you home? I'm heading that way. But something in my head said, girl, just stay. This is your boyfriend. Just stay. He said he got you. He's gonna have a ride home. He's gonna have a ride for you. But in my stomach, my body, my spirit, it said go. But my mind, it told me to stay. So you wanna know what I said?
Nah, CJ said he gonna take me home. CJ gonna have a way for me.
So it was the evening. I was in CJ's room while CJ was in the front room playing a game with his homeboys. So I'm just going on with my day, and the BET Awards about to get ready to come on. I'm watching the BET pre-award show or whatever. So, you know, I got cleaned up. Boyfriend got cleaned up. He high as a motherfucking kite, but bitch, I was still happy because, again, I was with my boyfriend. The fuck? So we made our way back to the front room, and now we're watching the BET Awards. He's high as shit. He didn't have any more money. I'm hungry. He's hungry. I'm like, yo, I'm hungry. Like, what we gonna do? What we gonna eat? And he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just ask my older sister to send me some more money, and I could just order us some more Domino's. I was like, bet, like, let's do it. So let me go ahead and answer this in as well. What I had on some briefs. I actually have them over here in the box, but I'm not going to take them out. I had on some Hollister briefs. They were tight, you know, Hollister briefs, y'all know what I'm talking about. But every time I wear boy boxers or boy underwear, I always have panties underneath it. So I had on some boxer briefs. They was tight on me. They was real tight. And I had on a tight tank top, okay? So I just want to put that out there so you guys can know what I actually had on, because it's going to be important. So his sister ended up sending him some more money and he got us some food. So now we just chilling, watching the BET Awards. Everything was good. Everything was fine and dandy until I looked over to CJ and I'm like, who the fuck is at your door banging on your door like this? Like, who is that? I'm thinking it's the other girl, so I'm thinking it's time for me to go crazy. But the look on his face, he got up. This man initially nudged me towards his kitchen and he said, go in there. Okay, so the den is the only room that had the lights on. The kitchen was dark as shit. So he pushed me through the kitchen and he pushed me behind the washer or the dryer, one of those, and he told me to get right there. I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? Y'all, once he got to hiding me, that's when I knew like it was about to go downhill. For one, because there's somebody at your door begging on it like they got some freaking authority. And I'm like, why do I have to hide? Your mom is still in Atlanta, Alabama, whatever she was, like, right? He opened that door. CJ, pack your motherfucking bags. Who you got in my house? Y'all, his mama just, all I hear was, she just going through the house, open the closet doors, slamming them. Open another door, slamming them. Turning on all the lights in the house. She knew somebody was there. Now me at that age, I don't know why I didn't get onto that, because it's like, bruh, she's clearly looking for somebody. Like, she's clearly looking for another female. So for one, this isn't his first time bringing a female to his house. But at that point, y'all, I was scared shitless. Like, I was so freaking scared. That wasn't going through my mind. So she just opened the doors. Who's in this house? Who's in my house? Who you got in my house? He like,
chill.
high as hell. So she was like, you know what? Pack your bags. I'm about to take you to your daddy house.
I ain't going to my daddy house. You know I don't mess with him.
Pack your bags. I'm taking to your dad house. I'm tired of this. Why Christina telling me that she had to keep sending you money? Who you feed? Oh, I just said his sister name. Oh, who you feeding? Who are you feeding, CJ? And y'all, I'm so freaking scared. I got my phone and I'm texting. I'm just going crazy. So I ended up texting one of my homegirls. Her name is Mia. And I texted her. I was like, yo, I'm in some shit right now. Don't ask me no questions. Just know if somebody call you or if something happens, just pretend like you're your mom and pretend that I was at your house. I was scheming. I was like, don't ask me what's going on, but if someone ends up calling you, because I was just thinking about my mom. I was like, my mom's going to talk to her mother and ask, hey, has my daughter been to your house? So I was like, okay, if I get in trouble, I at least, want to be safe on my mom end. So if my mom called your mom, at least pretend to be your mother and say that, yeah, Shayla was at my house, blah, 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 blah. So CJ mom ended up going into her room. She's on the phone with somebody at this point, yelling. She's a teacher again, so she has a natural, like, loud voice. So CJ, he ended up coming around the corner. He was like, get up, come on, follow me. So he turned off the lights throughout the house and he took me to another path around towards the front door. So at this point, I was in the living room area. So here's a wall. I'm standing on this side, okay? And here's the door right here, okay? The door is right here, and this is me. This is a wall, and this is me standing on one side of the wall. His mom comes out the room again. CJ, I told you to pack your bags. I'm taking you to your father's house. I know you got somebody in my house. I'm not stupid. And I'm like, oh. Y'all, like, I'm dead looking at this door in front of me, and I was like, I can really make a run for it. But for one, I have on boxer briefs. I don't have on any shoes nor socks, and I have on a tank top. All I have is my phone in my hand. My clothes and everything is in his closet tucked away, and they live on a hill. So y'all, it just wasn't in my favor, and I knew I wasn't going to make it even if I tried to make a dash for it. So I just stayed right here behind this wall, tucked in the corner. So that's when everything got quiet, y'all. Everything got quiet until his mama popped around the corner and she said, "Ah, get out my house."
Yo, yeah, you wanna come out here? Yeah.